Today's gospel presents us with one of the more startling and challenging sayings of Jesus. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. At first glance, these words seem to contradict everything we associate with Jesus, the Prince of Peace. But Jesus is not advocating violence or division for its own sake. Rather, he is speaking a deep truth that living according to the values of the kingdom will sometimes put us in conflict with the values of the world, even with those we love most. Following Christ is not always comfortable. It is not always easy. It demands a kind of loyalty that may cost us relationships, that may cost us reputations, and even our own sense of security. As Jesus says, whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. On this memorial of St. Camillus de Lellis, we are given a concrete example of someone who took these words to heart. Saint Camillus did not start off as a saint. He had a rough past. He struggled with gambling, pride, and worldly ambition. But after a profound conversion, he redirected his life toward Christ. He gave up everything to serve the sick, especially the poor and the dying, whom society often ignored or rejected. He even founded a religious community now known as the Camillians, whose members took a special vow to care for the sick, even at the risk of their own lives. Imagine the kind of opposition Camillus might have faced from friends who did not understand his change, from society that undervalued the sick, and even from within himself as he wrestled with old temptations. Yet, St. Camillus chose to walk the path of Christ, even when it cost him dearly. He lost his life in service, and in doing so, he found it, just as Jesus promised. We too, sisters and brothers, are called to that kind of courageous discipleship. It may not always be dramatic, but each day, in our choices, in our relationships, in the way we live out our faith, we are asked, do we put Christ first? Are we willing to risk comfort, popularity, even our own plans to follow Him more faithfully? Sometimes standing for truth, compassion, or justice will put us at odds with those around us, like Jesus, like St. Camillus. But we are not alone. Christ walks with us. And the saints, like St. Camillus, encourage us by their witness. So let us ask for his intercession today. May we have the courage to put Christ above all else, to take up our cross, and to follow wherever he leads, even when the path is hard. And may we, like St. Camillus, discover the true life that comes from laying ours down in love.